going. There we go. And close the screen there. Take that out of the way. With cross stitch, we basically have exactly the same tools as we've got in the others as well. So we can do crosses and we can combine as well. The only thing is when we combine cross stitch with other designs, we need to do our cross stitch section finished first and then take it from there over to editor. From editor go back into studio, and then you can go and add normal design to your cross stitch as well. So far I have never done a design and taken this design into cross stitch and go and add something. I've always done it the other way around. So let's go and see what we can do. Cart, import, import, embed cross stitch. That's the wrong one. Just check and see if it's not here. That's not there. Right. Let's go and find embed. Too far. Embed cross stitch. Did somebody stitch that design out yet, that Springbok drinking water? Nobody. Huh. Okay, that's fine, not a problem. Okay, so I go and pick up my card. At this point in time, I'm just picking up the hand design. And the biggest thing that we need to do here is to the alignment of the grid. Ugh. Ugh. And I'm trying to align. Phil, I'm listening.
I sent a smaller one, and it looks like it's gone also, so okay. I don't know. Okay, I'll wait.
I'll check and see if it comes in, and I'll pick them up.
What are you doing, Phil?
Okay, at this point in time, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to do the alignment of the manual stitch to the grid.
Okay.
Okay, so as soon as you pull your grid in, the hand stitch grid in, you get to this page, and I find that if I stretch my grid over 3 blocks and 3 blocks down, I sometimes get it better aligned than if you just work with one block and 1 block down. By default, it will come up with 1 block by 1 block. And I go and put my center of number 1 right in the little cross where the crosshair is on the grid. There as well, and at the bottom, and now I just go and ask it to align to grid. Horizontal spacing, and vertical spacings.
Ah.
And you'll see now that, just scroll down a bit. So what I've tried to do is the red lines is the grid of the software program. The black lines was the grid in the hand card that we had, or hand chart that we had. And I'm trying to get these black and red lines lined up as far as I can, even if I can just get the verticals down. So if I'm looking down there, they look fairly in line. Might be a little bit high. Go and undo them. Go back. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 10. These 10s by default. Our friend has just arrived. So I'm going to go back and align grid. Horizontal spacing, it says 10. Vertical spacing is 10. So it still works in 10 by 10 blocks. But the design that I've got here might not be perfectly 1 millimeter or 10 blocks to the side there. I'm going to try and see if I can push this up to 12 by 12 and see if I can get the grid back together. There's a black line, there's a black line, there's a black line, there's a black line. And all my black lines is, you can see now that the black lines is more on the red lines than they were just before. Okay. Betty, welcome.
Thank you.
Okay. I've just zoomed in now, and you can pick up that the black lines is closer. So before I go and accept this now to take it over, I'm just going to go one step back and show you again. And I want you to watch specifically the verticals and the horizontal dark lines in the grid. On the 10 by 10 that we had, it doesn't give us what we're looking for. And it's a little bit skew in the design, but we've put the center point of 1 exactly into the center there. Same with 2 and the same with 3, and we've gone over 3 blocks across, 3 blocks down. This one can go a little bit over. There we go. And then again, when I say align to grid, it would by default start at 10 by 10, and 10 by 10 doesn't give us what we're looking for. So I've just gone and upped them to 2 to 12 by 12, because I would like to have my vertical lines and my horizontal lines coming together. So back to 12 by 12, and we should now get it that the red lines down and the red lines across, horizontals and verticals, should be where the black lines is as well. And I can now go and say I accept that. It should take me through. And in 3D view, I won't see anything, and the reason for that is because there is nothing digitized yet. So we need to go over to normal view, into image. Right, and your digitized...
So, Phil,
Yes, I'm listening.
what you were trying to do was match up your image to your grid lines, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And the only time that you do this is when you basically pick up let's say you've purchased a hand cross-stitch design, and normally they send that through to you in PDF format. So what I wanted to do is to convert the PDF to, I've converted the PDF to a JPEG file, and now I'm putting the JPEG file in. So this is a background card JPEG file, and I need to see if I can get my blocks so that they can go 100% according to the grid of the design. So
Right.
I've blocked on the corner, skipped 1, 2, 3, and then basically went 3 down as well. But now I'm going to work with my crosses, and you start off with the color and go through with that color. So I've clicked full cross. Let's go for that light blue. Where's my color? Oh, let's see if I can just pick that thing. Pencil. Color blue. Right. Okay. Now, if we look at this, we have a small problem. And the small problem is I've got my designs is too big. My settings is not 100% there. There's my block there. That's the cross. I need to have it at the petty point. This is for petty point purposes. Yeah. Can you see that?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Okay, so it's really too big there. So I need to change my settings, and I need to go down to a smaller setting. That is small 1 millimeter by 1 millimeter. Does exactly the same there. Let me just go one back. Go to petty point. And that gives me 4 blocks at a time, which is not what I'm going to need now. Wow. Let's get back. Hi Dan, I see you just come aboard.
Yeah, I'm here.
We just started.
We just got going now. I just want to see if I can change my settings to smaller setting. Text view. Crosses at square. Crosses as crosses. It's not right. And, millimeters, it's fine. Preferences. Okay. Cross height, 1 millimeter. I'm going to take that cross down to 0.5. 0.5. And let's go. See if we can do it now. It's still doing the same.
You're on petty point.
Yeah, I wanted to do a petty point. I've selected petty point on the right hand side. Four mini crosses there. But it's not doing it for me. See, I'm trying to get it into the right spot there and it's not coming in. And I think this was what Betty's problem was as well. Betty, am I right? This is the hassle that
It was, definitely.
that's where you would like to put the little cross and it's not putting it exactly where you're trying to.
Right. Definitely, that's what I was having my problem with. Or they would line up on row number 1 and row number 2, and then as I would get further up or further down, whichever direction I was working on, they would be more skewed.
I'm just trying to see if I can. They're still going. They're still too big. Right. There's only one way to sort that out if we can. Let's go back to preferences, options, preferences. Yeah, let's set it back to 1 by default. Grid line crosses 10. Cell size pixels.
Ah, maybe that's...
Take that down a bit and see if that makes a difference there. Oh my. How much? No chance. Right, let's start again. Right from the start. See if we can get going through the thing. File new. Crosses 1 millimeter across, 1 millimeter high. So a cross is set to 1 millimeter by 1 millimeter, 10 crosses. That's fine, 10 by 10. Yes, Dan?
Is that the one? What did we do last week or the last time? Was that a 2 by 2? Was that a large size cross? And this is a small size.
The last class that we did, we actually didn't work with a card that we pulled the card in. We worked with a graphics image. And there we worked with we worked with your half crosses and the full crosses, and we worked with petty point as well, which was the four crosses in a block. So we played with that.
Okay.
So I'm trying.
But this is a chart.
This is a chart. I'm basically trying to pull a design in that it was a hand cross stitch, and to bring that down to the size that we need it to be. So I'm trying to align my design, plus at the same time set it up so that when I get through to the other side that it is actually the right size.
What size? What is each small square? Is each large square a centimeter or a what?
No, they work in inches in most cases, and it all depends on what fabric, either fabric that you normally work with. Because you get either fabric that's 14.
These things are, okay.
And then you get either fabric that's 11. And come on, ladies, what else do you get?
14, I know.
I know 14.
What are you talking?
Yeah, and
14 what?
Oh,
count.
it's a count, Dan. I think it's 14 crosses per inch or something like that.
Right.
Right.
They're showing 10. They're showing on this grid 10 squares, aren't they? One, two,
Yeah, that's
three,
10,
Right.
10 by 10, but the fabric count could be a 14, which means that your squares, your little cross is a little bit smaller than the other one. I know 11. I think 11 is bigger, and I think 14 is smaller.
Right.
So let's go
Yeah,
and
and
see.
18 is really small.
That's like petty point, yeah. Let's go down horizontal spacing. 10. We had it at 12. I'm going to take that up to, let's go double the size and see what happens. You can just go try and see if I can get that through. So I would like it to come through. No, definitely not. 12 grid was about the grid that we had that worked with
If
the
you
line.
didn't have to align them, they fit.
Sorry, Betty, what did you say?
I just said if you didn't have to align them, they all fit in their own little square until you align them, and then
And they do
Yeah.
again now, too. Looks like.
See, if you pull the chart in, it basically expects you to align it. For some reason, you cannot go past the fact that you need to align them.
Yeah.
And that's a default in the program.
I found that out.
Right, 10, 10. Let's have a look.
So Bentley and Phil,
Yeah.
does Ember know that this is such a big problem?
It might be a problem. It might be a bit of stupidity as well, eh? Especially for
Now, Philip,
Pilot error.
let's call it a user error.
Yeah.
Yes, Dan.
That's what's so fun about this group. We can all be stupid together.
well,
Okay.
I sent him a heart sign, and my eyes were getting crossed trying to match them up.
Well, the 12 at least matched across the design.
Yeah, it's just that when the X's go in,
Yes.
So,
it just
We found the
doesn't go
problem.
in right.
No, it should work.
I found the problem.
Poor thing.
It's working.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Look,
Yep.
you are so smart. What did
No,
you
no, no,
do?
no, no. I'm very lucky. I'm very lucky.
We know better.
Okay. One thing. Remember, I said I find that when you align them 3 blocks up across and 3 blocks down, it aligns better, which is true. But if you align them a horizontal and a block down, 10 blocks to a square, it gives you the right results at the end. Okay.
So you were taking too big a sample.
I was taking too big a sample to get it to basically become more square and fit in properly, and that caused the problem for me. So now I can go.
So again, what is it that you did?
I'll show you again. I've got no problem with that. I'll show you what you shouldn't do, because I think that's as important as to what you should do.
Yeah, because I'm still not sure what you did and didn't do. I know what you didn't do, but I'm not sure what you did do. Does that
Okay.
make sense?
That's fine.
About as much sense as the rest of us are getting.
Right. I'm going to just go and save this design quickly so that we can call it up again. Save flower.
Okay.
Are you saying senseless?
Okay. I'm glad the little squares fit in the little box, but how did we get there?
Yeah.
Right, let's go back to that. I just wanted to save it
Yeah,
so
but-
that we can call it up and go back to it, because I think we've achieved something great on cross stitch tonight. Right. I go back to a new design and set my design up with cross sizes, 1 millimeter by 1 millimeter. All right? On the preference
Right,
screen.
Phil, can you stop there for a minute?
Yeah.
Can you stop there right for a minute?
100%.
Where, do you ever have to change, like, I guess I don't understand what, down below where it says width 25 crosses, height 25, that's the default, right?
Yeah, but that's not really that important at this point in time. Your important part is basically the number of crosses and how many crosses per centimeter.
Okay, all right.
Because if you're going to pull a design in and you're going to go pull a graphic in, it's going to change your width and your height immediately.
Oh, you're right. Okay,
So,
got it.
if I go and change that to aspect ratio, you'll click on aspect ratio, you'll see that immediately it's 25 crosses height and 25 crosses width.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Remember when we did that buck drinking water, that springbuck drinking water, we took the aspect ratio off because it was higher
Right.
than it was wide, and we had to change it so that it can fit in with that information there. Okay. And
Oh, yes. Yes.
all right. Are you happy now, Caroline?
Yes, I'm happy.
Okay. Right. So you guys say okay. So there's that little block that it's giving us. We go back and we go to card or chart and import the chart and pull up that little flower. That's the PDF file that we've converted from PDF to JPEG. Or if you are lucky enough to find a JPEG design, or if you've scanned a hand cross stitch design from a magazine. Okay, that will also be a JPEG file then. All right, so that's our design that we're pulling in now. But we're not calling it in as a design, we're calling it in as a card or a chart. Right, then we've got our 3 anchors, anchor 1, 2, and 3. I'm just waiting for the screen to change. There we go. And what I shouldn't have done is I shouldn't have done this, because this aligns a lot better, but it changes your little blocks. Okay, so this is wrong. Don't do it. Okay, because you're saying I must tell you what I did, what I shouldn't have done, what I did do. Right, so we should go and basically take that and do 1 square only.
1 block.
1 black block. If I can call
Oh.
it that. 1 big black.
Oh, okay.
You with me now, Caroline? So
Okay, if you were asking for 12, would you count 12 blocks?
yeah, we must only go for 12 blocks here. We must only go for 12. And then you'll go 2 across and go 2 up. 2 across and 2 up. And that should be 12 then.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Let's go back. Get back to our big black blocks. And your cross stitch, hand cross stitch fabric has got that thin blue lines in it that you pull out when you finish with the design. It actually gives you the little square blocks as the grid does. We say 10, 10. We say okay. And you'll see now that each little red block is actually the little block that is on the grid as well.
Oh, I see.
So you remember the graphic grid that we had? This little red block is now 1 graphic grid on the block as well. So we say it's fine, and we go and align it. And although it's distorting the design, we have what we're looking for. We have our grid, and we have all the little blocks that we need there. Then I go and pick my pen up and pick my color up that I'm going to use for the design. And then you can just start by putting your squares in. And try and work from one side to the other so that you don't have, remember with cross stitches we have jump stitches, a lot of them. So we're going to do all the blocks. I had some feedback this week from Dusan with regards to our meeting for the 29th of April. And he is looking forward to it. The only thing he said is I must remember his home language is not English.
Oh,
And my answer to him, don't worry, mine is also not English.
but do you speak
He
his language?
speaks.
I don't know what now. I think he speaks Hungarian or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. But he speaks good English because his emails that he sends
He
is good
speaks
English.
very good English.
Yeah, so I don't
Yeah,
think...
he does. I think he's just self-conscious about it because
good.
in the very beginning of MBird, when it was just a manager program, it was kind of hard sometimes to understand him way back then, but he's improved 100% since.
Well, we all try to do that because it's important to get the international language going. Because I'm sure if I'm going to speak Afrikaans, not a lot of you might understand me. And some of the Dutch people in Holland might understand me, but I must talk slowly as well. All right, so there we've done our blue crosses. And then from there we will then go and add our, let me just go and add the purple there. I want to just add the purple and show you then the outlines and how to add the outlines. And you need to look
Philip,
at...
is it?
I'm listening, Dan.
Is this what you call petty point?
No, petty
Or is
point
this
this is normal, regular cross stitch.
okay.
Petty point
Right.
is, if you look at the right-hand side next to the color bar, you see there's a little block with 4 small crosses in it.
Uh-huh.
That's petty point. Petty point
Can
is...
you, when you do, when you use petty point, can you just put in one block one X at a time, or do you have to put in 4?
No, let me go and show
Show
you.
him.
I can go and put, if I put that in there, you can see now. It'll put 4 in, but you can go and select the different ones that's there, which is one little petty point square on the top right-hand corner, or the top left-hand corner, bottom right-hand or bottom left-hand corner. So it all depends which tool that you select to use for that petty point.
Okay.
And you'll find that you'll use petty point in some cases in conjunction with normal stitch, where you just want to highlight some small item inside a cross stitch design. You want to give it a little bit of extra detail. Let's take, for instance, an eye. If you're doing a face or something like in cross stitch, and you would like to bring the details out in the eye. In the eye, you will then go and put petty point in, so that you can get a smaller stitch in there. It normally fits four stitches in the space of one normal stitch.
Okay.
That answer your question there, Dan?
Yeah. Right.
Okay. One thing that you need to look at when you're working with hand embroidery is when you look at these designs, although all these are pink, some of them has got a different symbol in than the other ones that's pink. And you need to put them together in such a way that you work with the same symbol, otherwise your final result might not be exactly the same.
So what do you do with the rest of the symbols?
I'll just change my shading of my cotton one tone up or one tone down. And then you see I've got this one where I am now. It looks like an F at the back, and then the other one has got the little square around it. It's also a pinkish color. I'll just go and change
The little
Yes, Dan?
the little symbols are indicating the color that they expect you to use, right?
Different thread, yes.
Yeah.
Different thread.
And there should be a legend somewhere.
Yeah, they're usually, I've seen things.
There should be one somewhere. So now this one I'm going to go and do in a light soft pink. I missed something, not yet so far. So there.
So you really don't have to follow any sort of plan? Like, you know, we plan our design the other way?
No. What you will do is you'll just stay with one color at a time. So you don't use a color and then go back and use the color later again and later again and later again. So if you've picked your grid, pick your colors according to the grid and stick with them. Finish that color and get it over and done with. Because Cross Stitch is one of those programs that has jump stitches for Africa. It's just there.
Yeah.
You know, you cannot do much about it.
But you say the program will actually group each color together and stitch it, and then there will be a jump to the next color. So it really makes no difference what order you put the color or the X's in a given color, right?
No, let me go and show you, Dan. I'm just going to save this, and I'm going to take you through flower 1. There we go. Just show you what we've done so far. Then we're going to go through to the sew simulator so that you can see what it does. So just take that down to 5 stitches at a time, and just zoom in. Okay, just stop, pause, go back. Okay. And that's about the best that we can do. Right, let's play that then. You can see now where it starts and which way it's going.
Oh, yes. Not at all the way I thought it would.
No, but remember it's not stitching. It's making crosses, but it's not stitching like you would normally do with your normal full stitches.
Yeah.
So it's almost like making its own jump stitch, but the minute it comes back, it's making the cross for the cross stitch.
Yeah, it moves forward, and then when it comes back, it will basically create the crosses.
Oh, there's your first jump there. Okay.
Yeah.
And there's your second jump just now.
Yeah. Wow, so different from when you do it by hand.
Yeah, because by
the
hand,
little marks, those little marks on the, I don't know, what do you call it, the color thing at the top where the little hand moves across, that shows you where all the jumps are, I guess.
Yeah, every one of those little blue lines sticking out at the top will show you that it's a jump there.
Right.
So I'm just going to speed it up.
Yeah, those little marks, those little jump marks set up on the Sew Simulator sure helped me with one big design I did of a sunflower for my daughter. Mm-hmm. Somehow I got jumps in a couple of the petals that were supposed to be connectors, and all I had to do was look up there and I could find them.
Yeah, and the other thing is that you can't do with cross stitch. We cannot go and say this is the starting point and this is the ending point, because it will go through the process and work through the whole area to sort it out. Because look what it's doing now. It's going through the whole area, and then it comes back and it makes some crosses, and then it carries on with the rest. So it's stitched like that as well. So you know, it's not like there's a starting point and an ending point, and we don't have control over it. I think that might be one of the reasons why a lot of people don't like it. I find that there's a good place for it, especially when you start playing with things like Delft, your Dutch blue work and stuff. And another important thing with cross stitches is you need to stitch it on a fabric that will give you the idea of having what can I call it? A hand feel to it. So if you're going to go and do a
coarser.
Yeah, if you're going to do a cross stitch on denim, for instance, it's not going to give you the same effect as if you're going to do it on fabric that looks as if it could be there for cross stitch.
An open
Right.
weave. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oxenberg is good fabric.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, that for me, I've learned now with the fabric, the names that we call things in South Africa is not exactly the same as, and even the thread, you know, I've had a, okay, there we go. And now I've got outlines with it, and I shouldn't have had outlines with it because I haven't done an outline yet. But on the
Yeah, I was
right,
going to ask you.
on the right-hand side, you'll see, I'll just go and highlight that for you. That little block there, I had a tick. I had a tick in there, and I shouldn't have had the tick in there.
Oh,
And
But it should do a cut for me, because I would like it to do a cut every time when it's finished, and it basically moves before it but does a jump. It should do a cut off for me, and it should do a tie off and a tie on for me. Okay, so if I take this off now and I go back and see, let's go and see what it does. Let's just speed it up. I should now have it without outline.
it's gone.
yeah.
Okay, without the outline. So before you save and you've finished, the program will automatically at that point when you say create stitches, because we can do the same thing as we do in Studio, we go and say compile and put into editor. And at that point, if we have those two little blocks sticked, it will go and create the black outline.
Okay.
Questions that we haven't asked so far?
Can you put an outline in by yourself? I
Yeah.
mean, by hand? Is that what that
Yes.
can count? Can you show how to do that?
Okay, let's go and do that, Dan. Okay, I've just gone and clicked on the first block like I'm doing an editor, color block, and say hide all colors. So I don't want to see the colors. I just want to go and do my black outline now. I'm going to select my color to black. I'm going to go down to, instead of using crosses on the right hand side, I'm going to go to the left hand side and click up my crosses there, backstitch draw. And I should be able to, why not? I should be able to do it. It's not doing it for me. Right, let me just get my grips together. What's going on? Why? Doesn't make sense. And that's a cross. I don't want to cross there. That's not what I'm looking for. Dan, you got me, my friend.
Yeah. Huh?
You got me.
I've what? Oh, okay.
Stump the student. Stump the teacher.
You got
It's
me.
another learning.
Yeah. I'll have to study that up and swat that up. My gut would have told me that we should be able to go to the left-hand side and pick that backstitch draw up there and do those
Right.
stitches with them, those outlines there. Because we can't go and ask it to do an outline for the color, because the outlines that's in this drawing is not color related at all. So I need to go and check and find out. And that is my homework that I'll have to do in the process. So I can get on at least.
Philip, will it allow you to, can you click on the cross? Will that disable the cross and
Yeah,
then?
I can go and click on an outline. line there, that's a half cross and a half, but the half cross goes right through the middle of the block. It's not going at the top of the block or the bottom of the block.
Mm-hmm.
No, I was thinking if you just sort of click on your full cross, does that unset?
Does it toggle it off? Yeah.
No, it doesn't. I've got the crosses on this side here. And it's basically selected to a full cross there. If I select an half cross there.
How about the lines over here? Oh. Something happened.
You see, I'm trying to do that and it doesn't want to do what I'm... Backstitch color, that backstitch color. That is line. And line would be... See, it's going through the
middle.
That's not doing what I want.
Yeah.
I need to go and do that homework. So I can figure that out. Sorry, guys. Even I sometimes.
That's okay.
Sometimes I don't know everything as well. But I will get the answer for you. Betty, did you send me a design in cross stitch in PDF format after the last class? Betty not there?
She said she sent you a heart.
A heart. Okay. I'll ask her to resend that heart for me so I can get that heart back so that we can look at that as well. All right. Okay, so if I need to summarize now, then basically we need to go and say if it's a 14 block, we need to set it up and we need to change it to 14. If it's 10, it's 10, 12, 12, but we need to work with one block when we pull the grid in. I just want to go and save this and just show Dan what the difference is when you pull the chart in and when you pull the graphics design in. We're going to go back, say new. Dan just joined us lately. Dan, you've got the sign up thing now for the cross stitch as well.
Yeah, I follow that thing there for you.
100%. I'll go and post the classes on the website as well. So we go and start up, set the design up crosses. If you do carpet work, thick work, you can go and set your crosses to be 2 millimeters by 2 millimeters and make it bigger. So let's go and do something crazy like that. So it's a 2 by 2. And just keep aspect ratio on. And then go back. And now I'm going to image. So I'm not importing a chart, I'm importing an image. Yeah, let's use that one. It's fine. And then import image. And immediately it comes up with the story of my design is too big to fit in the area because we can only work with a 400 by 400 pixels. But it will allow me to bring the design in and then go and use set size to bring it down to size. That was a good one. What was going on there now? Image.
Bong.
Yeah.
Bong.
That's not enough space. All right. So it's happened with me as well. Not enough space to do what I'm wanting to do now. Right, let's see if I can do it the right way around. The easiest way would be to close the embed program completely. No changes. And then we reopen it. Close some of the other stuff that's there. Stop. And then just reopen embed on its own and see. That should bring it back. There we go. Okay, we said 2 centimeters by, 2 by 2. Cross stitch size. Image import. Okay. And you'll see now that it's only taken a portion of the picture because of the 400 by 400 limitation that we've got. So we go back to images, set size, and you'll see, and Caroline, this is where your sizes comes in for your design, where your design sizes comes in. So it says
Okay.
700 something by 600, and I say no, I need it to be 400 pixels.
Okay.
That's max. I can't do more than that. So 400 by, and it'll automatically give me the other side. And I say okay,
Wow.
and that will bring my design completely into that. So even if my graphics design was too big for the program, if I go back to set size, I can go and reduce my size to fit into my design. In this case now, I'm going to do black, and I'm going to eliminate black. Then you can see now there's no crosses here. There's no little blocks or nothing that we can see now.
Right.
So now we're going to go and do the shortcut way, and we say image, auto-digitize crosses from image.
Oh my gosh.
And we say cross width was 2 millimeters, height was 2 millimeters, so there's 5 per centimeter. And we say that's fine, and we say keep aspect ratio as well. Click on OK. Design size, it wants to take my design size up to 800 millimeters, 400 crosses across, and 400 down. So this is 80 centimeters wide, this whole design now, 80 centimeters wide by 56. Where's Candace? Candace, what is the big group
Right here.
size? Big group
12.
Yeah.
12 unless I go to my back. But my regular hoop, like I could do a front of a t-shirt or something like that, I could actually get 11 and a half inches and not have to worry about getting too close.
And the linen
Size.
and the linen one? About 45 by 35, 450 by 350 millimeters roughly.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go for that and do that. So that's 450.
There goes a billion stitches.
Let's go down to 420. Yeah, by 340. That will fit into your big hoop. It's 210 stitches across of 2 millimeters each. So we go and say, okay. Right.
96,000 stitches.
And we would like to reduce the colors to 12.
15.
Oh, you've got 15. Great stuff. So we can do it to 15 colors. And we're going to go and take the transparent color. Yes, we would like to do a transparency color, and that will be black. We'll take that out. And we're going to reduce noise filters. Noise filters is when you have a scanned image and it's got a lot of pixelation there, so you want to take that pixelation out. So we go and say yes, that's fine. And then it's done. Let's go to 3D.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Let's go and zoom in now. Where's our zoom key? Okay, let me go. First of all, let's do this. Okay, let's select all. That is Control A, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so I'll select all, and then we go to Options and see if we can center the design, and we can. Right at the top, we've got an icon, like we have an editor, where we can go and center our design. Let's just go and center the design. It's done. There. We can go and fix some of it, but at this point I'm just going to save it as poinsettia. Does that spelling look correct? Poinsettia. Okay.
I think it's 2 T's, but it's close enough.
Okay. Thank you.
Too little, I can't see it.
And I'm just going to take it through to editor, because from here, even in 3D, we can't see much. But let's take it over into editor. And I'll show you in editor what it looks like.
So Phil, in one of our next lessons, could you show us, like you just did that really fast, could you show us how we would go back in and edit something that wasn't right?
I've got no problem with that. I'll appreciate that. But if you've got a nice design that you think will stitch out nicely, please send that through to me as well. Because I would really love to have something that we do that might be worthwhile to the group.
Yeah, something that we could edit and, you know, like do that automatic whatever you just did, but then something that we could go back and if we had to edit it. That would be a good lesson.
Okay.
125,000, Candy.
Wow.
Right, first thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to change the hoop size quickly. Big angular hoop, there we go. So I can get it at least in a hoop size. And remember, I forgot to change that little tick on the right-hand side to say don't go and add and color around the whole thing. So let's go over to 3D.
Mm-hmm. You could take the black out at the end.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do now, Judy.
That's actually pretty.
Mm-hmm.
And the last black, if you look at the color bar, the very last black that's there, I'm going to take that color bar and we're going to go and say hide color so that it's out of the way and you can't see it. And there is your design as if it was set up from start.
That's not bad.
No.
And your crosses is fairly big because we said it will be 2 millimeters crosses. So let me just zoom in on them.
So it missed some of the detail in the veins.
There we go. And just wait for the screen to change so that you can see the crosses, what the size of the crosses are. But Dan, when you work with it like this, you have a lot of touch-up that you need to go and fix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I looked at our earlier classes, and I think you had one where you went in and did some of that touching up.
Yeah, because if you look at this pink now, you'll typically go and take your dropper, pick up the pink color there, and just go and change those 4 black crosses there to a pink as well. And in this one there's 2 little crosses missing there. So I need to go and fix those 2 crosses, fix them up and all that. But unfortunately...
So you would go...
Mm-hmm.
So you would go back into the cross-stitch program and fix all the stuff that's missing?
Yeah, I will go back now. If I've got this like this and I see what I'm looking for and I'm quite happy with it, I'll now close this file, throw it in the dustbin, and basically go back and call up my ECF file and just go in and zoom in and fix all the little mistakes that was there. And what I will also do with this is I will go and ask her to do an outline for me, but an outline in the color that I'm working with. So the light pink will have a light pink outline, the dark pink will have a dark pink outline, the green will have a green outline.
Okay.
And I will not add black to my color list.
Okay. I need to go watch the earlier version because this is my first cross-stitch lesson that I've been able to attend.
Now,
so it's all kind of new to me.
Unfortunately, with cross-stitch, there is not too much that we can teach except if there's some great graphics that comes from somewhere that we can put together. I'm looking for some Delft stuff. So if any one of you jumped onto or on the internet and you pick up some Delft, the typical Holland blue, Dutch blue work.
Right.
Let's play with that in a class as well, because that I think would be a great set that you can work with.
Okay. So it's really what you're looking for is Dutch blue work, right?
That Dutch blue work, if you can find, that will be good, because I think that works well with cross stitch. That was typical stuff that the lady sat and did by hand. Nowadays we do anything. We even go and do crazy animals and do springboks with 400 and something thousand odd stitches in a tapestry effect as well. And then I was sitting with a friend that's got the right machine, but she's not looking forward to change 45 times the colors. And I don't blame her.
So Phil, on this design that you've got right in front of us, off to the left, and there's some on the right also, but off to the left where there's kind of some green leaf and there's 2 black X's, would you take those black X's and change the color, or would you leave that for accent?
No, I will change.
Yeah.
I will. That's the things that I will go and change in my ECF file in cross stitch program. I'll go and find all these little lines that's here now, all these black X's that we've got, it's here now, and go and change them to the color that they're supposed to be.
Okay.
And if I've sorted, not and if, and when I've sorted that black outline out that I can put the control in wherever, I think we'll do it on the next class. We'll go and put a black outline, so we can go and put veins into the leaves in a black outline. But that will be a
awesome.
single stitch. Yeah.
Yes, please. That was kind of what I meant about editing, doing something like this design and come back in and fixing this stuff.
Yeah. And if you look
Betty?
at
Oh, I was just going to ask Betty, if this solves her problem, I'd like to know it. It's what you did by changing the resolution when you matched the chart, and Betty said that was the same problem she had. Is she gone?
No, she's online. Betty, are you still there?
Maybe she passed out.
No. No, she was there. She just raised her hand quickly. But somehow, Betty, have you got a problem with your mic and your recordings? Can't pick it up. Let me just see if I can pick her up on the chat quickly. We'll just send it to Betty quickly. Send chat to. Because I can't. She's not muted on my side, except if she's muted herself on the other side, on her side. She's not muted on this side, so that we can find. Yeah, I think that will. But I think we'll look at her art as well on the next class. That will now be in May. Because in April we're doing the chat with Dusan and all the other bits and pieces that you would like us to address. Just some feedback that I've got from him. There's no 2009 version coming out in 2009. The next version will be 2010. But there will be upgrades on the 2008 version that will still happen this year.
Oh, okay.
Did he give you an idea of when?
No, I've just asked him that, so I need to get back to him on that, on the class and the content of the class and what we would like him to do, so that we can get that back. So the email is lying there, but he said to me that in the last response that I got from him that no, we're not going to do a major upgrade again from 2008 to 2009. That they will be the normal build. We're standing on build 84 now. 8.4, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll probably go up to a bolt 8.9 or a bolt 9 or something like that still this year. Because there was a lot of stuff that I've sent through from our group in the wish list that we would like him to consider and add to the program for us. So some of it will basically go into this 2008 version, and the other ones will go over. It doesn't look as if Betty can pick us up. I see. No, somehow there's something wrong there. Betty, if you can't hear us and you can send us through something with the chat, that can also help. Right. Bonnie, are you happy with what you've learned tonight?
Yes.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. Yep.
Very. Thank you very much. And I think sometimes when there's goof-ups, it helps us a lot, too, because you can, it's going to happen to everybody.
It does. It does. We had it last week with one of the Artista software classes that our wife is doing as well. And sometimes the software goes and does crazy stuff. And even if it happens with one of the guys that's supposed to know what's going on, at least you feel, well, I didn't press the wrong button.
Well, it just makes the class, I think, more personal, and
Yeah.
I really appreciate it, and I'm learning a lot. I mean, I know there's a lot more to learn, but I really appreciate these classes. So thank you, Phil, very much.
Pleasure. Pleasure.
Okay, we'll see you.
Cheers,
See you
guys.
guys next
Speak to you
week.
next week. Next week
Bye.
we're doing stiff motto.
Okay.
Okay.
100%.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, well,
Thanks
Cheers.
again.
thanks, bye-bye.